As a guy that used to be a big time gambler, I actually had an addiction in gambling. I actually went up to the casino and signed that I would never gamble again. When you take a mark out from the casino, it's basically you're getting a marker and you have 30 days to pay the marker back. If you don't pay the marker back, then it's labeled as quote unquote fraud or you writing a bad check. Because when you go and you take the line of credit, basically what they're saying is you knew that you didn't have the funds. Now, we'll say this. The casinos don't want to go that route with you unless they feel like you disrespected them. If you ignored them, they have a problem with you. His lawyer, his attorney walked up and his attorney said the wire has been sent. The judge still denied him bond. At this point, they're just being assholes on purpose because they felt disrespected. And it's not fraud. So like people's like, oh, he committed fraud. It's not fraud. Like it was worded that way, but this is what happens when you have a casino debt. Take it from someone that actually had a casino debt. Like I know, and I know what gambling could do to you. Like, bro, you go to them fucking casinos and you sit there and all of a sudden you're like, hey, let me get a line of credit for 20,000. They give you 20,000 and you smoke the shit. Then you say, bring me 30,000 more. And then you're sitting there, you're gambling all day, and next thing you know, you're 100 bands in the hole and you walking out of there with the shit face. I'm telling you, it wasn't nothing the casino said. I said, I'm done. Fuck this shit. Where do I sign? I don't even want to gamble no more.
There's this crazy culture with a bunch of gambling that's really getting scary. Especially, I mean, I love the way, Perk broke it down. I had no idea. And it's unfortunate that you see all over the headlines people saying fraud, right? That the Morris twin, he did the fraud, that he wrote bad checks. So it was cool that he broke it down and explained it. But it's still really scary and risky to see how casinos will give you that option to just give you a line of credit without even knowing if you have the money or not. Now, obviously, I guess they have an idea. They know who they are, right? They're athletes, so they figured they got some money, right? But do they even show collateral or like, what do they give up? Maybe it's different rules for them. But it just shows you how crazy it is, how scary it is that people just have this fascination that even if you make a lot of money, you want to find ways to get that thrill of gambling to win more money, right? And you could imagine if these are athletes that or millionaires that had all this money. You can imagine how many people now going into casinos, just betting their life away, trying to just instead of investing, instead of saving, like just trying to find a quick win and quick rush of this, oh, I could win so much money. It's just mind-boggling how people just think that that is a way to build wealth. Like you're never going to beat the casino, right? I remember when I first time went to Vegas, someone called it the lost wages. I never forget that. I'm like, damn, he's right. And when you walk around in casinos, all you see is people like zombies just putting a slot machine, which is no skill at all. Just putting a slot machine and hoping that the numbers come up, but you have no way of altering it or there's no participation of you besides the fact that you sit down and you're just pulling a machine. That's it. And a random number comes up and you might win. And it gives you a little quick win, but you keep on going. And I see people with buckets or coins just putting that in there. Some put dollars. And to me, I never understood that part, right? And that's why it's really scary now with so many people now doing all the online betting, the MGMs, the hard rocks, like all those, those ESPN, all that betting, especially on sports betting, thinking they're going to win. And so many people losing so much money on that, man. It's really, really scary that addiction, that rush that people have. But what's even scarier is people during these times now that got no money. People who are completely broke going to casinos, getting a line of credit. And that's really embarrassing. Now, for one of the Morris brothers, I mean, it looks like Perk, at least he took care of the situation. It didn't get to that point where, he had jail time. But the Morris situation, it looked like he let it escalate. He let it get to a point where now everyone is seeing it on TMZ, and he was just about to get a job on ESPN. So I don't know how ESPN's going to handle that. What do you guys think? You think they're going to hire him after all this? I mean, it's not bad the way Perk explained it, but I guess it looks bad I don't really know what ESPN's going to do. But if it ruined his opportunity to work on ESPN, that's really unfortunate. That's really, really unfortunate because he just got on ESPN. He just got the opportunity, and now that's it. Yo, that gambling is such an addiction that people just need to be very, very careful when they're gambling, because most people I know that start gambling is when they're down and out, right? And like and a friend of mine told me this one time, and this is actually when I got better at playing poker, is when you only gamble with money you could throw away. And then when you go and play, but this is with poker though, and that's requires some skill. When you go and play, the money you play with, in our case, we pay with like $100. $100, you put it in and expect to lose it. But at the same time, have fun, right? Just play, have fun. Put $100 in, just play just for fun, right? And this is obviously not borrowing money to play, but we just put money in and we just have fun. That's it. But I was always like tight because I don't like gambling. I was always tight, like, nah, hold on to my money. And I was always afraid to play because I want to hold on to my money. And then I recognized, you know what, it's true. That money is gone. It's okay. I play, I won, I start winning. Ever since that, I started winning. But the moral of the story is, if you go into gamble, let's go with your own money and a set amount of money. And when you're done, you're done. But just have fun when you're doing it. Just have fun. 'Cause I know a lot of people, especially elderly people, they love going to casinos and going to slot machines, and it's just for fun. But I will tell you this: there's nothing fun about having $200,000 of the debt in a casino, right? To the point where I applaud Perk for doing that, having to now go into the casino to sign a document to say you will never gamble again. Damn, that just shows you how strong an addiction gambling is, man. It's getting scary. What now you could do it on your phone and everyone's just gambling on the phone. I'm pretty sure the statistics out there that's gonna be masked about how many people lost so much money. There's someone out there who actually do sports betting or betting on the apps or even a casino. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how you're doing with all this, because the I played sports betting and I don't win. And I don't win. All those parlays, man, I don't win. So drop a comment down below, guys, and let me know, what's your experience when gambling. If someone out there as well who's just gambling right now, man, just be very careful, man. Be very careful, especially when you're gambling your rent money, your mortgage money or your bills. You got to be really, really careful, man, because you're just not going to beat the casino. You are not going to beat the casino. Hit the like, leave a comment, subscribe. Catch you guys in my next video. Peace.